Didn't you have a couple of testers or something once
Yeah,
before, and you
several.
like them and you're getting them? Is that
Correct.
it? Okay.
Well, we tested a bunch of different. We tested three different
Different brands.
companies, and settled on this company.
So this company's name is Taser?
Yeah, it's the same company that does the electronic control weapons. They also they're basically the leader in body cameras. They're the most expensive as well, but they're
But the most functional.
yeah. It's a
for our
turnkey. I think I
purposes.
mentioned last
Is this
meting.
the one that records like a few
30
minutes
seconds
before
back.
they actually- okay.
Yeah, records 30 seconds back.
After you turn it on.
Correct. It stores 30 seconds back. It's kind of always running, but doesn't store it. When you hit the button to turn it on, it then goes back 30 seconds and shows you everything. I have both donation checks. I got them yesterday, so the money's in-house, so it's not costing the city anything for the first 3 years. And then at that point, we'll have to see where we are.
Who donated?
One person I can't say, he doesn't want to be named. The other person is Charles Hanant, who's the president of Chart Chem. So they each did half. But the second person donates every year and doesn't want to be known.
Nice of that person. The only question about it's additionally yearly maintenance not to exceed 10,000 a year. But what if like you had 10,000, 20, or what if you had $12,000 worth of repairs? You're not going to throw the thing out.
Yeah, it's not for repairs, it's for the cloud storage.
Oh, okay.
So basically the maintenance is the cloud storage.
Okay.
The server space.
Okay.
And the system and the licensing, all that stuff.
Okay, I get it. Just
So it's a yearly maintenance fee.
When we talked about this originally, there were two ways that the video could be stored. One was off-site.
Cloud,
and
yep.
one is in-house.
On our own servers, yeah.
What did you decide to do, or what did?
Cloud, that's why it's more expensive.
Okay.
And it went through the ITT committee with Karen, and they're in favor of not keeping it here.
That makes sense.
Because of the cost, the maintenance, their resources are stretched as it is. We'd have to buy server space and then maintain it. This is all done off-site. It's Amazon servers, but it's in compliance with CGIS requirements. So it's actually more secure. I hate to say it that way, but it's more secure than even our own servers here are.
Off-site.
Off-site, yeah. And backed up and redundant. And
More than 30 miles. That's the requirement for FEMA. More than 30 miles off.
well, I think they're in California. I think.
Might be on the moon.
So we talked about the policy, so when will we get to see the policy, number one? And then mainly the situations that I have questions about are, so you probably can answer them. So one, what happens if, is it anytime there's an incident, anytime the police are called, they record, or anytime they are making an arrest? Like
Any-
they just call them and,
Any call for service. So if they're dispatched to a call,
okay.
they turn it on as soon as they're dispatched, and they shut it off. And the policy dictates when the call ends, but they'll shut it off when the call is completely over. They also are required to record any car stops that they initiate, any use of force, any arrest situations, any transports, even if it's not a criminal matter, but if they're called to transport somebody from one place to another, that has to be recorded. That's just to protect themselves, basically. So they're going to be recording a lot.
So how long do you hold it in the event that there's like, you're not going to need it for a court case?
We're going to hold, generally speaking, we're holding video for 30 days, which is state law. It has to be a minimum of 30 days. That's the state records retention. So we'll hold it for 30 unless it's evidence, then it's held for as long as needed. If there's a civilian complaint or use of force, we'll hold it for 3 years because that's when the city could be sued. If an officer or a supervisor believes something strange happened on the call, which they think may lead to a complaint or something down the road, that'll be held for 3 years. So a routine call that had no issues would be 30 days, which is what the state requires.
Or, I think both of these items are important items, and I think one of the things that I know we'll be focusing on is making sure the community knows that it's coming, knows, the policy behind it, but, imagine we're taking some steps to, you know, resolve some issues, so.
So Amazon doesn't automatically save it for like indefinite, they erase them themselves.
No, there's, part of this is a software package that we determine ourselves. We go in and we decide
Oh, okay.
what's saved, we redact, we do all that ourselves. That's why Taser is a nice program, because that software package allows you to do all that. It also indexes every video, so if you know, you came back later and said, I want to know what happened on such and such a day, you can find it. If you did it in-house, you had no software to do that, how you'd find it? You'd be going through all kinds of videos, just, you know, like home movies, kind of trying to find that piece that you're looking for. This is all indexed, you know, it's...
Thanks.
Anyone else?
I had a question.
Mhm.
35 cameras seems light. Is that enough for, I guess, everyone? Or
Not everyone, it will outfit the main patrol posts, so, in our street team, the narcotics unit.
Are there plans to buy more in the future?
If this goes well,
Oh, it's
then...
kind of like a trial period.
Well, it's more than a trial, but it's a full-scale trial. I mean, it's gonna, the patrol officers who are out there, in other words, detectives wouldn't have a camera, administrative people aren't gonna be wearing a camera, but the patrol people that are out there handling calls for service, they will all have a camera on.
So it's enough for them.
Yeah. Well, what'll happen is half of them will be charging, while the other half are in use. So at the shift change, they'll put those in the charge or take the other ones out.
Thank you.
Okay. Vote. All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.